Hey Divas, welcome and welcome back. It's your girl Keisha here with another video, and today, girl, we are going to be setting up the first paycheck for the month of July. So if that sounds like something you want to see, then don't move. All right, Diva, well, we are in our 90-day budget workbook. I did a video on setting up my monthly budget, so if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. And today, girl, we're just gonna get into our paycheck breakdown. I love doing my paycheck breakdown before I actually get paid, so once my money hits my account, boom, it already has a plan, it already knows what it gotta do, and it can get straight to work. So let me just go ahead and fill in a few things. Okay, this paycheck is gonna cover August 1st through the 6th. I'm gonna go ahead and write in my income streams, and I'm gonna get that right off of my monthly projected budget income. Okay, so my projected income for the first week in August is $13,957. If you're new here, the majority of our income comes in the beginning of the month, and I have to manage that throughout the entire month, which is why budgeting weekly is so important to me. We do have some other money that trickles in through throughout the duration of the month, but this is our primary source of income. This is our primary money. Okay, so next we have the bills section. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to write down all the bills between the 1st and the 6th of the month, and then I'll be right back. Also, I want to show you my bill tracker. So this is a free printable that I will link down below. And I just write down all my bills and the due dates and then the amount I'm going to pay each month. So it's easier for me to come here and fill everything in. Okay, so I'm just using this as my cheat sheet. Okay, so I'm going to change my pay period check, which I should have kept. So I like to budget Thursday to Thursday, it just works. That's how my life is. So I was actually gonna do, since the 1st is a Tuesday, I was gonna do it through the following week. But as you can see, I have only 3 lines left. So I don't have enough space for my bills to fit. And because I get paid once and I manage it through the week, I can kind of decide, how I budget, how I use my paycheck worksheets. I know it's kind of confusing, but nonetheless, I'm going back to what my original plan is. I'm going to do the 1st through the 4th. Okay, and then I'll do another check from the 5th through the following Thursday. So this is where I'm stopping right now. And that's only because I'm making some extra payments on some things, and I'm paying in the beginning of the month versus later on in the month. I just want to get it out of the way because I always forget about, not always, but sometimes I forget about those. So let me add this all up and we can move forward. Okay, so back over here, my bills from the 1st to the 4th of August is $5,380, which leaves me with $8,577. So now we're gonna bring that down. The next category is long-term savings and investments, all of those things. So we're gonna bring this down. Okay, so for investments and things of that sort, I'm gonna put $50 in my Roth IRA challenge, and investment, we're gonna invest $275 this month. So that's a total contribution of $325. So I'm gonna subtract that from my leftover. That is $8,246. Let's go ahead and bring that over here to the top. So this section now is my variable expenses. This is things that I can, gas, groceries, eating out, fun, all of the categories that we can dictate how much we spend in each of these categories, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it in, and then I'll be right back. This is a wild one for my variable expenses the first week in August. Allowance is $139 for this week. Groceries. So I usually do $600 for the entire month. But what happens, sometimes I go to the grocery store and I see some really good deals, but then I may go over my budget or I can't get it because I'm within a weekly budget. So what I'm going to do this month, I'm going to see how it works, is I'm going to take out the entire $600 for the entire month and keep it on me. Okay? That way, if I see deals, I can get them and not go over my weekly budget and just see how it works for the week, if that makes sense. Okay? Eating out, $60. This is the last week my kids are home, so I might not want to cook and do anything, so I'll do $60. You can probably hear them in the back. Gas is going to be a little bit this week. Beauty, my daughter has to get her hair done to go back to school, and I need a pedicure. And kids, this is all anything back to school related. I did get some stuff with the sinking funds, but I might have some things, spilling over. I'm actually going to increase this to $500. Well, I budgeted $400 for them. Okay, business, $500. This is also something I'm going to be rolling over throughout the month. I just want to go ahead and budget $500 for the month. Like I said in my monthly budget setup, is that there's some things I want to do to invest in my business and some things I want to get ready for the holiday season. Yes, girl, we're talking holiday season because she's gonna be here pretty soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put $500 towards that. Household, $40. Entertainment, like I said, the kiddos, they want to do something before they go to school, so $300. Miscellaneous, $10, and coffee, $5. Let me go ahead and add all this up and see where we are. Okay, so all that leaves me with $5,842. Girl, I almost passed out when I did the math. But then I realized that I'm doing a lot of these things for the entire month, like the groceries and the business. So that's why. I was like, girl, what? I've never had that much in variable expenses. Okay, now let's move down to our sinking funds and savings challenges. Okay, so for this, I think I budgeted for the month about $615. So, okay, it's gonna work backwards. This is my amazing FriXion pen. You can find it in my Amazon storefront. I absolutely love these pens because they're erasable and they come in different colors and I love it. Okay, girl, I did it. So we're gonna put $150 in a high priority, $60 in a low, $125 in the month ahead, $150 in our savings challenges. I just added a new binder, a kids binder for my kids' school. So I will show you that in the next video when I do the cash stuffing for that, and my holiday binder, $50 there. I'm gonna do $80 in my holiday binder. Okay, so that adds up to $615. Let's go ahead and see what we have left. Okay, so I'm bringing down $5,227. And again, in my month ahead video, I said I'm focusing on one of my goals this month is to pay off my Home Depot card. So currently it's $645. So for this week, I'm going to pay $50. And maybe I'll show you right here of me making the payment. Okay, and then the rest is rollover. That means that the rest of the money, let's just do that math. So the $5,227 is rollover. That means I'm rolling it over into the next pay period, which is next week for me. So I have a zero-based budget. So even though I still have money left, the leftover money has a job. And the thing with the zero-based budget is that every dollar has to have an assignment. So even if it's to sit in your savings account, even if it's to roll over to the next week, you made a decision that this particular amount of money is going to do this particular job. So for me, that $5,000 is going to roll over for the rest of the month. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do the breakout for my cash envelopes, okay? So on this page is the cash envelope breakdown, where you're able to write down all your categories that you're gonna actually be pulling cash for. For right now, I'm only gonna pull cash from my wallet because I need to figure out my sinking funds and the denominations and what's gonna get stuffed this week. So for this is the money that I will have in my wallet. This is gonna be a big cash stuffing for me because I'm gonna have all my groceries and I have the beauty here. So what I typically would do, but because I need to add these in, I would just add up all my denominations down here, add everything up down here, so that I'll know exactly how much I need to get from the bank. But I need to add this in here, so I'm gonna do that off camera. And that is it, guys. That's what we're gonna do today, setting up the first paycheck in August. I hope it was easy to follow. I've said time and time again, I'm very top heavy with my bills in the beginning of the month. I mean, we started off almost at $14,000 and I'm ending up at $5,000, and I still have, and that's only the first 4 days of the month, okay? And I still have 27 more days left and a ton of other things to do. So using this system, making sure I'm managing my money, making sure I know where everything is so important. And then as transactions begin to hit, if you're unfamiliar with this book, then I'll just come in here and I'll write down all my transactions, so I'm able to come back and reference to see, you know, what these things are, and I'll put the actual amount versus the budgeted amount. So that is how the cash budgeting system works, and that's how this workbook works. Okay? Well, thank you for staying until the end. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead, give your girl a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I would love to have you. And like always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.